A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. A project Justin and I have been wanting to work on for quite a while now is a trellis for our front entryway. I was picturing a simple frame with straight sides and an arch top. Then I could get a little artsy with designing cutout panels. I told Justin I might get a little weird with it. He said he's come to expect weird from me. I think he meant it as a compliment. I did a bunch of quick, rough sketches, and once I figured out my design, I started drawing in Procreate with a canvas size based off the dimensions of Justin's SketchUp model. The two side panels are going to be garden and farm scenes. I did quite a few variations before settling on the final one. And then the top arch is the one I'm getting a little weird on, which is going to be big eyes looking down on you as you pass through the trellis. This guy's name is Maximus. He's definitely a Max.
I imported Maximus into Vcarve and bitmap traced it, and then gave it a little bit of a frame to hold it all together. I exported a DXF file and a sheetcam to set up the path and cutout order for the CNC plasma table. I could only get 2 of the 3 full panels out of the 4x8 sheet of 1/4 inch plate.
I gotta cut off.
So I grabbed some scrap pieces to weld on. Kelly's been wanting to try her hand at welding, and I thought this was a good opportunity.
Okay. So I was just gonna show you. I won't pull the trigger, okay? But I'm just gonna show you. I hold it down pretty close. You don't want to touch it. You just hover above it, and you pull the trigger and just kind of work back and forth. You do like a little kind of a zigzag pattern.
Okay.
I wish you could see me.
I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna pull the trigger.
Damage your eyes, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pull the trigger.
I looked for like a split second, but that's not.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Just,
Is that really bad?
so just pull the trigger, and then keep it going and just move it. You can either go, you can pull it or push it. Usually pushing it.
I can't touch the metal. But I want to hold it like here, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Justin.
Fine. Just tap the trigger. Now you're free.
Oh my god, it makes everything go black.
How'd it go?
That's great.
That sounded good. Yeah, that's a lot better.
It's kind of hard to see where it goes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's hard to see the metal line.
Alright.
You done?
Yeah.
You don't want to be a professional welder?
I do want to be professional welder, but
Here,
time
give
is
me that
money
hood.
today, you know what I mean?
Give me that hood.
I got the piece loaded up into the table and loaded Maximus into Mach 3.
Might want earplugs.
After getting Max finished up, I loaded and cut the second and third sheets. I had a lot of cleanup to do. We're using 1 1/4 inch square tubing for the frame of the trellis, and I thought it would look nice to center the panels within the frame. I used 1/2 inch plate to space it right and clamped it down. I cut a template on the writing table to match the rolls of the arch too, and set the angle with the lower sides. The part I was dreading most on this project was bending Maximus to match the arch. I think the best tool for this job would be a slip roller, but I don't have one of those. And this piece wasn't going to fit on my ring roller either. I thought I could maybe use the clamping slats on my welding table to get some leverage on it, so I could bend it while working it back and forth. It was hard because there was a lot more metal in some places than others, which made it hard to get an even bend. I grabbed a hammer, and that helped a lot, being able to control more where it was bending. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it could work.
And keep it over, okay?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Got it?
Did I get those clamps quick?
Yeah. You okay?
I'm fine.
Really glad Kelly didn't drop that on her foot. We used the template again to get the sides clamped down to the table and welded the arch pieces onto them.
There can't be too many trellises cut from 1/4-inch plate. Ready?
Yeah. There? Right there?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Alright.
Should be able to let go.
Yeah.
I rolled some 1/2-inch square bar and lightly tacked it to the inside of the arch to use as a clamping rail. I was nervous about how it was going to match up if I just started on one side and worked towards the other, but just went for it and it matched up great. And computers I trust, they're good at math, a lot better than me. I carefully cut the tacks holding the rail and broke it free. Then I clamped it all back down to weld everything solid. We wiped everything down to remove the oil and give it a couple coats of paint. We debated quite a bit about whether to leave it bare metal and let it rust, but in the end decided to go ahead and paint it. I think it was the right decision. The following day, we'd be ready to move the trellis into place. But first, Kelly has a quick word about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace.
As a freelance graphic designer, having a professional looking online portfolio is easily my most valuable tool. And that's why my site, kellyirish.ie, has been on Squarespace for over 5 years now. It's so easy and quick to update my portfolio to showcase my recent work to potential new clients. One of my favourite features of Squarespace is template changing, which means with just a couple of clicks I can pick a fresh new look and style, and every page will automatically be updated site-wide. I love knowing that my website is expandable. If I wanted to, for example, open an online store or start a blog down the road. There is a link in the description if you want to check out my website that I built in Squarespace, and another link to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks, Squarespace.
Okay, your turn.
Good one. A week later.
On a water line.
Uh-oh.
I found the dang sprinkler water line within, I think, 60 seconds of shoveling. I went ahead and capped it. It was just going to an unused sprinkler.
Well, I think we got it.
I put about 6 inches of gravel in the holes and packed it down.
You met Maloney, haven't you?
Justin gave his grandpa a call to see if he could come and help us move the trellis into place with his tractor. I offered to carry it myself, but they said the tractor was handy.
Yep.
We got it lowered down into place and started working on getting it level.
You need to pack some gravel on the backside so it pushes it over a little bit.
And the last thing I wanted to do was plant some climbing roses at the base. We both thought it would be pretty to have them grow up and over outside the trellis. We'll be sure to post an update in about 10 years on how it turned out. Stay tuned.
Food, right?